You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works. Sir?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name, sir?
If I can help you.
I'm Williams L.
Yes, Your Honor, but the defendant is identified in the docket as Michael Williams. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's the name they're calling me, but
Okay.
I'm Williams L.
I understand.
Michael Williams, okay.
No, I'm not
Williams,
Michael Williams, Your Honor.
Okay.
I am.
This is where the classic sovereign citizen playbook kicks off. They try to separate the person on the paperwork from the living man standing in the courtroom. The idea is that the legal name belongs to the government and not to them. Judges hear this argument so often that they can predict it before the first syllable leaves the defendant's mouth. What the defendant doesn't realize is that courts don't operate on magical word tricks. If the ticket says Michael Williams and you are the one who received it, the court isn't going to play name gymnastics. The judge is giving him a very clear choice. Participate under the name on the case, or the record will show he didn't appear. And here is where the tension starts building. He wants to appear, but only on his terms. What do you think? Should the judge allow alternate identities, or should the system stick with the legal paperwork?
Here's the thing, Williams L. I have to call you what's on the documents that I have present for me in court today. We can either handle it that way, or you don't have to handle it, and then it just will be like you didn't show up to court today.
No,
So
Your Honor, I'm just letting you know who I. Your Honor, I'm just letting you know who I am.
Okay.
I am Williams L. I am not Michael Williams. They kept calling me Michael Williams. I told them who I was. I am a sovereign, Moorish American. I'm not United States citizen, Negro, Black, or color, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me tell you, Mr. Williams, this is the last time I'm gonna say it. This is all I have for you. If you don't want to handle it under that name today, then I have to act as if you aren't present. And so that's fine, but I
You say what? Hold on. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, Your Honor?
If we can't handle those matters and those tickets that's on that case under that name, then that's fine. But it's going to be as if you didn't appear for court today because I have.
Ma'am, I'm here today, ma'am.
Right. So I'm just saying when
Williams L is here today.
When he says he's a sovereign American and not a citizen, he's diving deeper into the ideology than most. But here's the problem. Even non-citizens must follow the laws of the place they are physically present in. You don't get to opt out of traffic rules because you prefer a different label. The judge is trying, very patiently, to explain that participation means more than standing in the room and making declarations. It means acknowledging what the court is dealing with today. This moment sets the tone for the rest of the hearing. He wants the rights of participation without the responsibilities that come with them. And the judge is already signaling that she's not playing that game today.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I am Williams L.
So that's fine. When I call it on the record, I'm going to have to call it on the record as the name on the ticket, just so you know, okay?
Okay, and I'm going to let you know that I'm Williams L. Okay, I'm cool with that. And I'm letting you know who I am. I'm a Moorish American.
Okay. Did you want to offer? Okay. Did you want to offer for it or no? Are you going to try and I need to kind of know where you're going. Are you going to want a trial? Are you going to try and want to?
No, I do not agree. I do not agree to none of this. I'm sovereign.
Okay. So if you're not going to participate, we're just going to act like you're not here today, and I'm going to go ahead and.
I am here today, ma'am. You seeing me right here? That's on record.
Listen, just because you show up doesn't mean that you're here. You have to participate. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I'm letting you know who I am. I'm participating. I do not agree.
Mr. Williams, that's fine. But if you don't participate, saying you're a sovereign doesn't.
I'm just letting you know who I am. That's violating the constitutional right, ma'am.
So do you want an offer or not? That's my question.
Do I want a what?
An offer to the tickets or not?
Do I want to? I can't understand. You said, do I want to offer?
Do you want an offer? Do you want to try and resolve this today as far as?
Yes, I do want to resolve it. I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. So you can, I'm not going
to. I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm speaking for myself. I asked for this case to be dismissed. You're violating my constitutional right.
How do you have constitutional rights if you're not a citizen?
I'm not a United States citizen.
So how are you entitled to constitutional rights?
This is the moment where his strategy hits a brick wall. The judge denies his jurisdiction dismissal request, which was predictable because sovereign arguments have no legal basis in real courts. And once again, instead of adjusting, he doubles down. The irony is that the judge is offering him a very simple path forward: participate, accept an offer, or proceed to trial. But when someone believes the entire legal system doesn't apply to them, even basic choices become a battlefield. This VO highlights how the judge keeps trying to steer him toward resolution while he keeps steering himself toward deeper trouble. Would you say he genuinely believes this ideology, or is he just trying to dodge accountability?
You got to uphold to the sovereign, sir. You can't. I'm not United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. You're not under I'm not under your jurisdiction.
I understand, but my question to you is, if you want to rely on your constitutional rights, how do you have constitutional rights if you're denying your citizenship?
Yeah, because I'm an American. I'm a
I understand.
national.
I get
I'm
it,
a
but
Moorish American. I'm not United States citizen corporate. I'm a Moorish American. I'm an American national.
okay, but you're still present in this jurisdiction, right?
I just asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction. I can speak for myself. I'm not a minority.
Right.
What am I doing here?
He can represent himself. Don't worry about it. You put
I can
yourself on
speak
record.
for myself.
All right.
I'm speaking
Now
for
calling the
myself.
matters
Y'all
of the
violating my
people.
rights. That's a
Now
sovereign.
calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, please state your name. All right. Sir, do
I don't have.
Now he's in the second hearing, and nothing has changed. He's still refusing to acknowledge a legal identity tied to the case. But this time the stakes are higher because he's appearing on a bench warrant. Judges lose patience quickly when the court has already issued a warrant and the defendant still won't participate. She's asking him repeatedly, "How would you like to move forward?" And he keeps giving her the same circular answers: special appearance, jurisdiction challenge, sovereign American. It's like watching someone stuck in a loop in a video game. The judge interprets his behavior correctly. If he won't acknowledge the charges and won't choose any legal option, then legally he has not participated. This is the moment where his refusal becomes a guarantee that the warrant will remain active.
an arraignment on a bench warrant? Do you want to participate in these proceedings?
Yes, I'm here on special appearance. I'm just letting you know who I am.
All right, so how would you like to move forward with this matter, sir?
I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
All right, that motion has been denied. How would you like to move forward on these matters?
I just told you what I would like it, so I don't know. I'm just here on
So it's
special
been
appearance.
denied, so you can either participate today.
I am participating. I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm just letting you know. It's denied, so we can keep going on with proceedings. I am Williams L. I'm not a United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. I'm not Christian.
All right, Mr. Williams, it appears to the court as I'm making a record that he does not want to participate in these proceedings.
I told you I
like
wanted
to
to
dismiss
participate.
these
I'm just
matters.
letting you know who I am. I told you for the record.
All right, he would like to not participate in these proceedings. He has told me that he is the person known as Williams L. and not the person on these tickets, so he is not appearing on behalf of this person. This person has not made themselves available to the court today as an arraignment on the bench warrant, so these matters will stay in warrant status. Thank you so much. That concludes this hearing. Have a good day, Mr. Williams L. I'm gonna call the case as is.
Okay.
And then I'll refer to you as Williams L. if you would like, okay? Now calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams, also known as Williams L. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. And count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, can you state your name for the record, please?
Williams L.
Okay, and is there another name that
Well,
you have?
That's not my name. That's just my title.
What's your title that you have, sir?
Williams L.
And then, is that your name or your title?
My title.
Okay, you don't have a name at all?
No,
I'm
not Christian.
All right. Is my understanding that you don't want to have an attorney, sir, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you know you have the right to have an attorney. These matters are misdemeanor matters, and you have the right to have an attorney on these matters, sir. And it's my understanding, no attorney, okay? So let me advise you of your rights. In these particular matters, the court can, since they are misdemeanors, do either, I think, 90 days on one of these and up to 93 days in jail, or a maximum fine of $500. These are all misdemeanors, so that's the maximum penalty that can be given in any of these matters. You have a right to have a trial, a bench, or a jury trial in any of these matters. A bench trial is a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. A jury trial is a trial with 6 members of the city of Detroit who will come in here and hear the same information and make a decision based on it. These are your rights that you have right now. You also have a right to have a pretrial. What that does is that gives you time to think about any offer that may be given to you. At this point in time, there has been an offer extended to you that if you are willing to plead to the no insurance misdemeanor, it will be reduced to an improper place. I set the fine that goes with that. You have a right to, you can also move for a motion. If you know how to file those, you can file a motion as well. So what's your pleasure at this time, sir?
I'm under common law. I'm not under statute.
This final stretch is where the judge lays out the consequences with absolute clarity. She explains the charges. She explains the penalties. She explains the plea offer that would reduce his misdemeanor. She even explains the rights he's entitled to. And instead of taking advantage of any of these opportunities, he circles back to the same phrases like a scratched record. I'm a sovereign, statutes don't apply, show me the injured party. None of that applies to traffic violations, which are regulatory offenses. His refusal to choose any option forces the judge's hand. If he doesn't select trial, plea, pre-trial, or counsel, the case cannot move forward. And when a defendant blocks their own path, the court has no choice but to let the warrant stand. This entire exchange is a masterclass in how not to represent yourself.
So when you drive on any city street in the city of Detroit, any road in the state of Michigan, you now avail yourselves, whether you wanted to or not, to the laws and states and regulations that are governing us. So you may not have wanted to, but you did. So these are your options at this point in time. If you choose not to, if you were traveling, if you were driving, it's all the same.
I wasn't driving, I was never.
So if you were just in the vehicle as a passenger?
I was parked. And they was harassing.
You sure you don't want an attorney?
I'm under common law. I can speak for myself. I'm not a minority. I'm a sovereign.
So what option would you like today? Of those that I gave you, sir. You can have.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I do not consent. I can't.
So here's what's gonna happen. So I want to make sure you have all the options. You can't consent to anything. So that means that you don't want to participate in the process. So it's just gonna go back into warrant status because you have to pick one of the options. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign.
And you were in the city of Detroit on a street in a vehicle. And I understand what you just said. That's why I said, right. Did you want counsel?
I'm not a United States citizen.
Okay. All right.
Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm a Moor. Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm under common law. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm under common law. Supreme Court case, Supreme Court case, Self versus Ray. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm on common law. And if there was a crime committed, can you please show me the injured party? Or I ask for this case to be dismissed off like a jurisdiction.
I deny the motion for the case to be dismissed. So you have these options, or else it's just going to remain.
And I'm under duress because you forcing me saying you're going to put a warrant out for my arrest.
It's already out there.
But that's violating my 13th Amendment. You can't enslave me unless a crime is being committed.
So you can't
violate my constitutional
let me finish talking. You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works.
Ma'am, I'm not a United States citizen. I have a nationality.
Okay, so that means that
you have to go by
either the laws all apply or none of them apply.
The laws do apply. What do you have a liability? Do you have a bond? Did you swear oath to the Constitution? I would like to see that.
Yes, I was about to say I did do that, but I don't have to show you any of that because I wasn't the arresting party. I'm just here to make sure.
Do you have a liability? Do you have a bond?
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you, Mr.
I'm not arguing. I'm under law.
Mr. Williams L. Those are your options. If you don't want any of those options, it's going to remain in warrant status.
You're forcing me. You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that, man.
Okay.
You can't go against Constitution.
Okay, Mr.
You took an oath.
Williams L.
You swore an oath to
I did.
Follow the Constitution.
I did.
That's why I need your liability bond. Do you have a liability bond?
No.
You don't have a liability bond?
No.
Wow, man, somebody's gonna get in trouble. I'm not trying to get nobody in.
What we're seeing here is a collision between sovereign ideology and the structure of real-world law. The defendant believes he can separate himself from the identity on the ticket, deny statutes, and only accept common law. But the judge demonstrates exactly how jurisdiction actually works. If you drive, park, or operate a vehicle in a city or state, you're under that jurisdiction whether you say yes, no, or maybe. The court offered him multiple paths to resolve this. A plea deal that reduced his charge, a pre-trial option, the right to counsel, and the chance to choose trial. But he refused every one of them. In the end, the judge keeps the warrants active because legally he did not participate. A simple traffic case turned into a 2-day tug of war over identity. If you found this case as wild and revealing as we did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom breakdowns that dive deep into the drama behind the docket.